Hey folks, Colin here from Sumthins Recording, and today I'm going to show you how to create reverse cymbals and cymbal swells. We're going to be looking at creating reverse cymbals or some cymbal swells today, but before we dive in, if you are looking to dial in a repeatable workflow for getting professional sounding drum mixes, then I want you to go through my 3-step framework for mixing drums workshop. This workshop will walk you through my 3-step process that I use on almost every mix for getting pro sounding drum mixes right from your home studio. It is a 100% free to watch, on-demand video training, and you can click the link below in the video description to get access to that. Now let's jump in here and talk about creating cymbal swells or reverse cymbals. So why would you want to create reverse cymbals or cymbal swells? Well, a lot of times they help ease you into a different section, or sometimes, if you don't have the big effect that you want going into a section, sometimes a cymbal swell can make that drop feel a little bit bigger. So if you don't have something really big on the drop that's making that section like, oh, this is the defining moment, this is changing section, a lot of times a cymbal swell or a reverse cymbal just going into that section can let you know, oh, we're changing section, we're coming into something new. I like to use them going into bridge sections too. If you're cutting out your drums or going into a down chorus or something, sometimes doing a reverse cymbal into a regular cymbal hit and ringing out into that down chorus or down section can be really nice as well. So how do we do it here? This is a nice easy track to do it on. I pulled up this one because it has added cymbals in it, so it's a nice simple process to show you how we're doing cymbal swells here. So I'm going to duplicate the cymbal track here. We're going to come down here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit as well so we can see everything a bit more clearly. We'll go all the way in. So if you don't know how to zoom in Studio One, it's just this little dial down here. We can dial it all the way up to see where our cymbals end here. And I'll go all the way. I'll go 4 bars all the way back. So I'm going to take this guy here. And to copy a track down to another track, it's Alt, click and drag, and we can copy that guy down to a new track. We'll call this reverse cymbal. I can't spell right. Reverse cymbal. Now what we can do, I like to add little fades here on the end and on the beginning, just in case. Probably don't need them, but throwing them in there anyway. And then we're going to go to audio here, reverse audio, or the shortcut key is Command R. So we'll reverse this guy. Now we have a reverse piece, and because it's on the grid, we can set it exactly where we want it to line up. So we know we want to be 4 bars back from our downbeat, and we have a bar of leeway as well. So let's just listen to the reverse cymbal here. And because it's the same cymbal hit, it blends really, really nicely with our original cymbal hit here. Let's solo up our drums here now and take a listen in context with our drums. It's that transition piece, right? It lets you know a new section's coming, and I like to put it here at the intro as well, so you can see no drums during our intro, just our acoustic guitars and piano. Take a listen here without a reverse cymbal, and then I'll throw a reverse cymbal in. You can hear the difference in the sections. It helps solidify that transition, and it helps introduce the rest of the drum kit as well, or the rest of the band, because we're dropping into a full band intro section here. Now the other place I have it here that I moved it over to is going into the verse section. So some things are dropping out here. We're getting a little bit more sparse going into our verse section. It's nice to have a little transition piece here to let the listener know, okay, we're moving into a different section. Aids in the transition from going to a busier section to a more sparse section. Let's put it here. This is the other section I would use it at, going into this bridge section. So you can see our drums drop out here. Let's throw it right here and see what we get in this section.
Never have to know, and we both know that only it takes one step, and it's much too.
And right there, right? So we're going into this sparse bridge section, drums drop out, it helps to let us know, okay, we're moving sections here, and it's a nice aid going into this final cymbal hit here. Then on the opposite end, using the same way we used it in the intro here, going right back into our final chorus here. Now, the other way here, if we need to make it a little bit longer, we can always stretch it the opposite way before we would have bounced it, right? So if we jump back here to the beginning, before we flipped it, something nice that we can do is if we need to make it a little bit longer, if we go Command-Alt, we can drag it out maybe another bar, maybe another 2 bars. If we want our cymbal hit to be a little bit longer, you would just have to move it to make sure it lines up on the downbeat again. But then you see how our extension's a little bit longer here. If you want it to come in earlier, you can stretch it a little bit so it comes in maybe 4 bars before, 3 bars before, and swells up to that downbeat. Just a quick, easy one here on creating reverse cymbals. All we're doing, we're copying our piece down to a new track, putting our fades in, right-click, audio, reverse, or Command-R. We'll reverse our audio, then we can line it up and let it fade in, let that cymbal swell in, and make our downbeat that much bigger. I hope that was helpful for you. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you are ready to level up your drum mixes, then you should definitely go through my 3-step framework for mixing drums workshop. This workshop will help you dial in a repeatable workflow for mixing professional sounding drums, and it is a 100% free to watch training. Thank you so much for watching today. You can get access to that workshop using the link in the video description, and I will see you all in the next video.